Hey, what is going on, everybody, and welcome to another Blogs with Boilon Friday. Now, I hope you're all doing well, and hopefully there is a few extra bits of information for us today as we go into the weekend, including details for the Ikarus event, which we got in the mail the other day, informing us of what's going to be the Eternal Connections event, which at this point could be an event store-like thing or another milestone. Some have suggested it could even be a campaign event, but hopefully we find out more in the blog. I also want to do a quick review of the Ultron and as seen on TV milestone for his costume kind of thing, and what I think of it overall before we get into the rest. And we have a special Thanos giving event to come, most likely towards the end of the event, or sorry, the end of the month for all you Americans out there. We'll see if that pops up in the blog or not. Otherwise, we got some data mines to go over that outlines that event as well. So, all of that and more in today's video. So, without further ado, let's get things started. Alright, so first things first is the As Seen on TV event that is ongoing right now. We're officially almost a day through it. And what do I think of the event? So let's click on it and we'll find out. So what's interesting, I guess, is... Oh, no, apparently that doesn't take us. I thought that used to... Oh my god, that used to take us to the milestone. It doesn't do that anymore. That's weird. Okay, we're going to click on this anyways. And so, as you can see here, I'm about 8,500 points in, which actually isn't too bad. The whole milestone now we found out is about 12,000 points. So I'm also going to bring up my spreadsheet really quick. And at least I was able to project, and it's somewhat in the middle ground. Now, you need 3,000 points in this milestone in order to get these ranking rewards. Now, I think this is quite unique, because this is the first time they've done an event like this, where it's a milestone, but it also has a Blitz-esque sort of reward structure, and I think that's pretty nice. And it does reward bits and gold promotion credits, but what's good about this is it doesn't vary too wildly. So 9,000 for basically the top 1 through 20% really, and that's when it goes down to 7,000. But even if you just participate, you're getting 6,000 phase bits. And so over the course of 5 different milestones, that's 30,000 phase bits if you can get to the 3K mark, and an extra 20 gold promo credits. And even if you get like partway through, you're probably going to unlock the Ultron costume for better or for worse, if you want to or not, or you can unlock any of the other costumes. Now, I will say though that it is a little bit light on rewards. I was hoping for a little bit more T2s, to be honest. These are really helpful for my baby account. I don't need this on my main, but my baby account could definitely use more, and that's only 10 times 5, so 50 of these. It's a bit light on other rewards. It's not that stellar. The training mods are pretty bit... They're okay, actually. The purple training mods are okay, but definitely could have been better. A lot of this you're already getting in other milestones, I think, in the raid season milestones, the World Warrior milestones, these kind of things. And as far as the teal gear goes, it's only, what, 4, 8, 10 teal ABCs, and that's so 50. It is what it is, I guess. And 4,002 teal gear orbs times 5. That's 10 teal gear orbs as well. So nothing too crazy by any means, but it is extra. I would just see it as bonus rewards, I guess, at that point, and that's just it. So not the most stellar event, but it is a free-to-play friendly event. And I want to bring over the spreadsheet from the previous video in case you guys are familiar with this. And you need 12,000 to really finish that. And that's really like scenario. I'm not going to go over this in detail. If you want to check this out, check it out in my previous video where I talked about this event. But scenario 2, the average work done, that's pretty close to what you're going to need for the finishing the milestone. Now, what I would suggest though is taking your full team of superstar characters and hit the blitz charges button. You're going to get about 100, depending on what gear tier they are. You're going to get anywhere from like 150 to 180 points just by simply winning a blitz battle with your blitz charges if all of them are superstar characters. So that's what I've been doing. To be honest, I've actually not been doing any blitzing with the other characters. I've only been blitzing with my superstar characters because for me, who's a bit time constrained sometimes, doing 4 teams every 2 hours across, for me, 2 or 3 accounts, is a lot more viable than doing full 30 team rotations where I don't really need to, because you're only getting that 8 points just for that other team. It adds up a little bit. If you're really competitive and you want to score better, there it is. But for me, this is my main account, already at 8,500 points. I'm going to clear this 12,000 no problem, and I'll get that. I'll probably clear the milestone and call it there, because I don't know what that's going to get me for the ranking rewards. Whether it's, 1 or 2 difference in the gold promo creds, I'm not really particularly bothered by that. I'm going to get enough Phase Vis to get the Ultron costume. You know what? I might even be able to pick up an extra costume that I didn't get before. So that's interesting there. Let me know what you think about this event. Obviously, I think a lot of people are going to think the same thing. It's a little bit light on the milestone rewards. I'm a little bit disappointed, but it is free stuff, so I can't really complain too much. It is free to play friendly as well. So that's just that event there. Let's hop on over the blog and see what there is to talk about today. Okay, so here is the blog post, and this doesn't look good already. This just by looking at this, donations and tech with Stark credit or Stark tech credit, whatever you call this, raid, I don't know, it doesn't matter. Anyways, this is probably Stark tech related, and this does not look hot so far. And there it is, the first topic: Alliance donations and Stark tech. The fight for Alliance supremacy is a battle that must be fought through cooperation across the Alliance ranks, and today we're briefing everyone on several updates to improve the rewards reaped from your teamwork. Got a lowdown on character availability, blitzes, and weekly events. Okay, so I'm not too thrilled. Let's read on though. Alliance donations and Stark Tech have been the tools for alliances for some time now, but with more active alliances than ever in Marvel Strike Force, we want to update the features to help improve alliance progress for new and veteran commanders alike. Our goal is to reduce the time it takes new alliances to level up and lower the cost of Stark Tech for all. Here's what's coming in 5.9, which I guess will be in a couple of weeks. Alliance donations. The first big update you'll notice is that we'll be doubling the Alliance XP rewards from Alliance donation for the basic, premium, and elite donations. I don't know anyone who was ever doing the higher up other than the 10k gold, but whatever. As well as the Alliance XP reward for the daily objective donation. Additionally, the cost of making the Power Core donations and refreshing your Alliance donations will be reduced. When these improvements go live, you'll likely notice an increase in the Alliance XP required to hit Alliance donation milestones. However, the new double XP payouts will compensate for that change and then some. Basically, after the first milestone, you'll be able to hit milestones with fewer players needing to contribute. That's cool. Okay, does that mean we're getting more? I don't know. I guess we'll see. Maybe it's intended that everyone gets the first 3 boxes a lot easier, and then really hardcore people can hit the other ones. I don't know. Stark Tech, what are we getting? Are getting an update. In addition to the above improvements, the cost to upgrade your Stark Tech will be reduced for all Stark levels, and especially for the early levels. Okay. Right. Okay, so no improvements. Am I getting that right? It's just an improvement for early and mid-game players, I guess, for alliances that aren't max level. Is that what I'm getting? If I misinterpreted this, please let me know in the comments down below. I thought we were getting like maybe improved levels, but it doesn't seem that way from what I'm reading. So hopefully I get that right. Availability. We've got some news regarding the Doctor Strange What If costume. I was always wondering where the hell was that, because they skipped it. It was last patch, and the patch went through, and it wasn't nowhere to be seen, which is currently available to preview in the game. The dev team collectively loves the episode of What If, where Stephen Strange went down a dark path, and we moved quickly to create the associated costume. However, while we were making plans to release the costume, the team also started working on some exciting new content, which is currently scheduled to be released next year. Okay. We realized that the version of Doctor Strange from What If would fit in perfectly with that content as a new character. So in the new future, the costume for Doctor Strange will be removed, but then return as a brand new playable character in 2022. So here we are with a brand new Doctor Strange What If character. Does that lead us to a new What If team? Does that mean that Supernaturals are going to get a rework? Does that mean that Doctor Strange will get his own team on this? I don't know. Or is he going to be a crazy standalone character? Hard to say, but that's kind of exciting because I always really liked Doctor Strange. I really liked that costume, but I was wondering where the heck was it? So we're not quite ready to announce the team that the new Doctor Strange will be part of. So he is going to be a team. He's going to be on a team. What that is, we don't know yet. And let me know in the comments down below. What do you think? Do you think it's going to be a What If team alongside maybe What If, Star-Lord, T'Challa, any of the other characters that were around, the Ravagers? I doubt it's going to be on the same team with Doctor Strange. But, there's plenty of characters in there that could be. Who knows? I would like to see some sort of supernatural rework, but then that would be dumping the old Strange, and that kind of makes things a bit awkward. So maybe it won't be like that. But maybe he might end up being a villain. He kind of seemed kind of villainy. Maybe there might be a villain team for this new Doctor Strange. We'll see. That's kind of neat. Silver Samurai is heading to the Elite Store on November 17th. That's next week for anyone who cares, I guess. But it's a nice turnaround, I guess. Dark Dimension 5. Okay, so a few weeks back we provided details, blah, 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 blah. We're now opening this on November 18th. So that is next Thursday at the store reset time. Okay, so most of us are not even anywhere ready to go into Dark Dimension 5, so it doesn't really matter. One tip that I would really recommend is for you all to go into Doom More Chapter 4 as soon as you can and farm those nodes. Doom More 4.4 to 4.8 and Doom 4.2, which I made a mistake on my last video, but the 4.2 actually has the teal armor pieces. Not as important as the other pieces, but do get those farmed daily. I spend like 400 or 500 energy in that chapter, and that saves me a ton of gold because I'm not having to buy this stuff in the supply store. So make sure you're doing that. Every little bit helps when you're going towards this mountain climb to get to Dark Dimension 5. Our team has also discovered a visual issue with how the Dark Dimension 5 rewards are displayed on the rewards pop-up for both the first and timed run. When DD5 goes live, you'll notice that all of the teal gear is lumped together in a middle column labeled 10 random items, which includes mini uniques, catalyst, and origin gear. However, this column should only include gear parts. Okay, we'll be fixing this in a future release. Keep in mind that you'll be receiving a total of this many gear parts. Upon completion, your first run, and yeah, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so it's not a huge deal. Don't freak out about the gear that you're getting rewarded. It'll probably be very similar to Dark Dimension 4. But we're not likely to finish. It's not like any average player is going to clear this in any reasonable amount of time. I actually went back and I looked, when I finished my first Dark Dimension 4 run, and it was in April of this year, actually. It was April of this year. It came out in November of last year. And it took me roughly 5 to 6 months to clear it. Now, that wasn't to start it, but that was just to, get all of my characters ready and get it through it. So, it's going to take even longer, I think, for Dark Dimension 5, because not only is this the first time that we're having a teal Dark Dimension, which means the barrier to entry is a little bit more difficult because we're not using gear that we've saved before with the orange gear, the orange catalyst, things that we've saved up in the past. But now you actually need 5 characters per lane. Previously with Dark Dimension 4, it was only 4 characters per lane, so you could start a bit earlier on. So you're going to need more characters for Dark Dimension 5 than you did for Dark Dimension 4, so I think that's going to take longer. Trauma update. We'll soon be making a minor modification to how trauma functions, but it will have a significant impact on certain characters. Currently, a character inflicted with trauma will clear it at the start of the character's turn. Now, I mentioned this in my Discord channel about this, that there are characters, specifically self-cleansers, Deadpool and Kestrel, that they're clearing this before the trauma is being dropped before their self-cleanse. This is creating a perception that certain characters with the ability to cleanse, are clearing trauma because of their passive ability. But in actuality, the trauma debuff is expiring when it is intended, not because of their passive ability. So basically, trauma drops, and then they cleanse whatever debuffs. It's not that they're clearing trauma, it's that trauma is clearing too early, or as they intended, but that's not what they wanted, I guess. As this is likely to cause indefinite confusion with some players, we are planning on updated when trauma expires. In the near future, characters inflicted with trauma will have the debuff expire at the end of their turn after they have taken their action. Now, this sounds like sense, doesn't it, to me? Isn't this how it probably should have been? Like, normally debuffs, I would think, stay until the end of your turn. Things like offense down. When your offense down, it doesn't clear at the start, does it? It clears after you've taken your action. So I don't know why trauma was any different. This will make trauma more potent than it is now, and the team will be closely monitoring not just Omega Red, but any characters down the line that inflict trauma, because we do know that, even though the Adam Warlock is the only character with safeguard, right? But that doesn't mean that we're not going to get more safeguards. That doesn't mean that we're going to get more traumas, that we're not going to get more traumas, So yeah, I'm glad that they've taken the step to correct this before more characters come out with these abilities. Blitz updates. Some of you, though, the find opponent thing, apparently people were unhappy with this, that it doesn't auto-populate. This is a necessary change due to the increased popularity of the Blitz feature and its inclusion of points contribution to Mojo's mayhem. With players blitzing more often, there is a significantly more strain on the game servers, so this is why you need to click the find opponent button. Okay, there we go. Upcoming blitzes, we have a Wasp Blitz, like anyone cared, and who's this? Iron Fist. Nobody cares, but that's fine, because we're currently in a sort of Blitz-esque event with the Ultron costume, of course. Bonus and flash events, we have double X-Force shards for that Doc Ock event that was early. So I want to say, everyone, I didn't mention this in the video yet, but Doc Ock was pushed ahead by 2 weeks. That's why we're getting him on Monday. It was supposed to be Ebony Maw, but for some reason, and I want to talk about this in a separate video, possibly tomorrow or on Sunday, is there a reason why they flipped around the events? They've known to do this from time to time, but with a new patch coming in a couple of weeks, I'm wondering, does this matter? And why is Doc Ock coming before Ebony Maw? Is there anything in there? We'll have to find out. But yes, Doc Ock is coming on Monday, and then Ebony Maw is expected 2 weeks from then. Unfortunately, it was turned around. We do have the XP Throttle bonus event that's happening at store reset time today. So I say that, and I think I accidentally already cored some of my energy for my baby account, but for any of you who are seeing this, remember to save your coring until then, because then you're going to get double XP and you're going to have more energy to spend for that. Very good event for anyone leveling up. Cersei ability clarification. Yes, this is to do with a special, so it's not really is it a clarification? I think it's more of a text add. The barrier was missing from the T4, essentially, and I mentioned this in previous videos, so this will be added. The combat behavior is fine, the text is wrong, the text is not there, so that'll be added, I guess, at some point. So that's it. We don't have the stuff on Thanos giving, but I guess that's because it actually, didn't they say character availability? Did I miss something? I thought it said up here. Lowdown on character availability. Oh, it was Doctor Strange. Okay, anyways, so we have this event that's coming towards the end of the month. It's called Thanos Giving, and I'll zoom in a little bit here. So, or the Infinity Feast event, I guess. So, correct me if I'm wrong, I think American Thanksgiving is basically in 2 weeks, give or take. And there's going to be something called the Thanos Giving Blitz, which is going to reward training modules, ability materials, and a chance to win a gold jackpot, whatever that means. We'll find out more, I'm sure. A special prestige orb, which is probably going to have, you know, some rewards, maybe some characters in there, and a new milestone, a 7-day milestone to reward prestige orb fragments, gear, gold, and more. So I'm hoping that this is a way to get extra resources that maybe we could use. Gold is always helpful, of course, and they're using this ranked leaderboard system. So let me know what you think about this ranked leaderboard system that we're also using for the Ultron as Seen on TV event. I actually don't mind, and I think it's quite unique. And while it might facilitate spending, if the differences between the rewards aren't too big like we've seen in this event, I think it could be largely positive. I think it's definitely a more unique approach to events. And, you know, I actually don't mind that they're doing new things. I actually like that they're trying to do new things for better or for worse. So let me know how you feel all about that in the comments down below. I would love to know. The Thanos Giving event, yeah, so Thanos character shards. Unfortunately, Thanos is kind of past his expiry date. If you're a newer player, I don't recommend you building Thanos. There's just, first of all, he doesn't even have the Black Order tag. And there's just not a whole big reason to use him these days anymore. So it's unfortunate. That's just how it is, in my opinion. So Thanos Giving Blitz, we have the date here. At least for the orb. The Thanos Giving Orb is going to be available November 25th to November 29th. So I imagine that the event is going to start somewhere around then. That's Thursday in 2 weeks' time. That week, probably the event will be going live. So we have that. We also have the special Hawkeye Calendar in the data mines really quick here. So 7 days to recruit Hawkeye and earn these resources. So a special login calendar for level 2 or tier 2 training modules, tier 2 ability orb fragments. Can't wait for those tier 2 ability orb fragments. Oh wait, it's ability orb fragments. Boo! I thought it was actual like T2s. T2 ability material, not orb fragments. Boo! Okay, so I don't care anymore. I hate those ability orbs. The ability orbs are really bad. Legacy orbs to gold orbs, yay! And then that's about it. So maybe enough to unlock Hawkeye for new players. We also have the raid season milestones. So there's apparently going to be an additional 2 more raid seasons for Silver Surfer. Unless this was incorrect for whatever reason, this showed up as well. So maybe we might get 4 more weeks of Silver Surfer. We'll find out if this is accurate or not, but I just wanted to add that in anyways. So that's it for the data mines. That's it for the news for this week. Let me know what you think about all of this. Are you looking forward to Doctor Strange What If in 2022? Of course, we don't know what that means. That could be 2022 January. That could be 2022 December. You know, who really knows with the speed that this company takes sometimes. But Regardless, I think there's some positivity here in the game. Honestly, I think things have gotten better over the last, few patches, especially since the Deathpool Shang-Chi patch. And I feel overall a bit more positive than I used to about this game. I think things are going in the right direction, for better or for worse, and I have more to talk about that in future videos. But I hope everyone enjoys their weekend, and until next time, stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you all later. Boilon signing out.